Hello and welcome back. Now I'm working on a section which is sort of a build-up, and it's pretty metally and noisy in a way. The drums sound something like this. And that moves on to a more like more liquid section. And what I wanted to do was try to get like a bit of more hard, super hard guitars in there, something that would be all noise. And what I did was that I took out my son's guitar, which is always a classic thing to do, right? This is a wonderful piece of musical equipment that I recommend you all to get. This is a Disney guitar. It's called Pixie Rock, and it's got Tinkerbell on it. And the cool thing is that it's got a speaker inside, but we're not really using that. But we're using the Fuzz Factory, and then we'll get the volume up really, really loud, and then we just go. So I did two different rhythms for that. One that went something like this. And the second one, that's counter, so they're, I wouldn't say they're polyrhythmic, but they're playing against each other. The drums. And yeah, that's pretty happening. But what I wanted to do as well was create something that was can actually throw in a bit of bass there as well. And that's going through an envelope filter, so it's a bit of doing this quacky, but it has nothing to do with kind of, what's his name? Bootsy Collins quacky. This is completely different duck. Yes, pretty noisy, which I like, because I mean it needs that dynamic upwards as well, because we've got the fluty and fairy stuff as well. The acoustic guitars and the glockenspiel and the line bells and the glittery, oh they're so Swedish and so pastoral and beautiful. They are like elves but with strange accents. Yeah. So I want to add yet another layer of happy noise, and I used this machine, which is like the I don't know, it's called, it is a Utopia synth. It's got 4 oscillators. I don't know. What do you want? My head or my hands? And this is just like a noise monster. You've got your 4 square wave oscillators and their pitch and how they all like interact, creating like low buzzy TV tremolos and shit. It sounds wonderful. And so I recorded a take of that. It's like taken from Nursery Crime altogether. It's like such a rip-off. But I mean, as I liked it so much, I couldn't help recording a second one as well. But I'm too lazy to actually record it, so what I did was that I edited it, I cut it up, and then I taped it over to another channel, and then I flipped it backwards. So we've got one Utopia synth going like into the future, and then we've got another Utopia synth just rushing towards the B-sides of Script for a Jester's Tear, and they sound like this together. Yeah, that's kind of music for picking up women. And then you got your my son's guitars. They sound like this. Let's add some drums. And why does this work? Well, it works because the next section is like just straightforward. It just moves fast, and it's important, and there's tones, and there's 16th notes. But this section is sort of just like, I think it should be a waterfall of noise. And these can obviously be filtered. They can all be like sorted out so they're not so mean. They make my ears cry. Yeah, right. But we're adults now, so we can have a bit of noise and a bit of like, a bit of grit in there. Well, that's what I think anyway. That's my opinion. And right now I feel very strongly about it. So there you go. 4 channels of absolute sonic filth. Smack on the new Änglagård album. Did I spit? Yeah, I did. I'll edit that out later. Okay, so there you go. Wonderful.